no idea if I'm in focus because I'm using my big camera. Typically I have a little vlog camera. No idea where she went. Pretty sure it's in my brother's room somewhere. Just got this bookshelf. I have a lot of books. So you can't see, but these 2 boxes are filled with books. And then that's just from my apartment that I just moved out of. And then I have 2 more bins of the books I had here. We have some books like on the side, over there, Thrown Glass, Bridgerton, like lots of books. And I'm gonna build this right now. It is time to start building. I apologize, I don't know what you can and cannot see. Okay, that should be good. I don't know if that makes a screwdriver or what. Okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's good. Hello, so I found my vlog camera. It was my brother's room. This is the bookshelf. It is all built and everything, and I love it. The box was like pretty tiny, like the width of it. Is that the correct term? So I was a little nervous that was gonna hold all my books, and I'm still a little nervous that's not gonna hold my books. I think should be good. We're gonna find out. I have 2 cardboard boxes and then 2 tubs, and we're gonna attempt to organize them right now. I've never had a legit bookshelf, so I'm so excited to organize it after, you know, you see all these videos on YouTube of people having like 5 shelves and organizing it. So I'm very excited to organize my very first bookshelf. And this is what I'm thinking so far. So, romances. I don't read a lot of, I might have a few romances. Romances will go on the top, like murder and mystery, maybe I have a couple of those. And then there's like 2 big shelves, so like my curtain is closed, but we have like 2 big space right here and then on the bottom. I think right here will be like my fantasy, like the books I want to showcase. I don't have a lot of those, but I think that would be like fantasy and then thrillers. And then we'll just figure out. I think I'm going to do the hardcovers on the bottom and kind of like set them out. I do have some books over here. ACOTAR, my friend's borrowing the first book in that series. Throne of Glass, Bridgerton, Magnolia Park, Scythe series. And I might like redo that section over there. We'll see. But yes, let's get the books. couple days later. The bookshelf is built and organized. I think I already took a video of that. Got a package, and my other one wasn't MagSafe that I lost. Literally, sent it down. But look how pretty it is, and it's MagSafe, so it will actually work in my car. My other one kind of worked. This is a different bracelet than I had, and look, a giant bow. If you can't tell, I love bows. Beautiful shelf. I'm actually so excited about it. This is my first real bookshelf. I just never had a bookshelf before. Before, I just had a lot like against the wall, and I got a lot from the college over the semester that was in my pink book cart, but no, I have a legit bookshelf. I have it organized based on genre, and as you go further down it's by author, but front literally it was pretty much like authors together. They're not really in any type of order because I was paying attention to alphabet, so it really is pro off vibes. Okay, happy place, beach read, book lovers, funny story. And what's funny is I have 2 hardcovers and then the other 2 are paperbacks. Love Emily Henry, love her so much. The Summer Will Be Different, Archer's Voice, Funny You Should Ask, love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, love Theoretically. Ali Hazelwood, I think, is my favorite romance author. I love her women's STEM books, they're so good. The Do-Over, Elle Kennedy, The Graham Effect, If Only I Told Her, Kiss I Still Love You, Always and Forever, Laura Jean, Butcher and Blackbird. And then we have 2 dark romance, kind of like it's her introduction to dark romance, like a dark retelling of fairy tales, Hooked, Scarred, and then my favorite romance, which is the Boys of Tommen series, Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and Taming 7. The second shelf is where it gets a little more complicated. Basically, they're thrillers, and then at the end are kind of like my ones I didn't have a lot for categories, or there's 2 I just didn't have room in the top shelf. The Other Passenger, The Last Flight, Hunted, Follow Me Back, Tell Me No More Lies. These 2 are series. The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die, Girl Last Seen, The Island, The Fear, The Lake. This is all one of my favorite thriller books. And The Island is, if someone asks me to recommend a thriller, it's gonna be The Island. It's so freaking good. Reconstructing Amelia, also a good book. The Silent Patient, All Missing Girls, I Told You This Would Happen, That Weekend, Hate List. And then these 2 are really romances, but I put them, these last books are basically fiction or just some extra books I just didn't have, like I never put them. So The Way I Used to Be, The Way I Am Now. So my only Stephen King book, Firestarter, really good. And then this one, Elias Emma, Vicious, and Vaded. Throne of Glass. These are all of the Sandra Clare books I have. Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, Clockwork Princess. And then this is the only Chain of Thrones book I own. The other ones I read on my iPad. And then this is the Shadow and Bone series. Ruin Rising, Siege and Storm, Shadow and Bone. I realize this is backwards because I've been putting like the first series on top. Ignore that. Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom. Red Queen series, Red Queen. Glass Sword, King's Cage, War Storm, Broken Throne. I like this book very much. Nightbane. I do have, this is the sequel to Lightlark, which is actually on a different shelf. Hush, Veil is a duology, and another duology all of us fill in. So these 2 are my fancy shelves, but for the most part I kept series together. Like my big 3 series are right here, and then like 2 duologies, or I guess, well, I have 3 duologies, 1 of a book, just because that's how it fit on here. And then I have, this is my second fancy shelf, Fallen, Serpent and Dove. It's a trilogy, Serpent and Dove, Blood Honey, Gods and Monsters, Dance of Thieves, Vow of Thieves, and then I have Ruthless Vows, which is a sequel to Divine Rivals. Powerful, literally the only book I own by Lauren Roberts, but I read the other ones on my iPad. And then I have what's currently out in Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, Sweet Nightmare. Such a good book. This is really my only high fantasy book, which is the Starless Crown. And then now we're getting more into dystopian, sci-fi, first dystopian. One of my favorite like OG books, okay? Matched, crossed, reached, and then this is so good. Illuminati, Gemini, Opposito. And then we have Uglies, Pretties, Specials, which is dystopian. Now we're on the murder mystery shelf. So one of my favorite YA murder mystery series is The Naturals. We have The Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, Bad Blood. If I'm ever going to recommend a YA murder mystery series, it's going to be this right here. And then I have a series I really enjoyed, and I forget it ton of time, which is, it's a detective series, and it's so freaking good. Like, all the books written by this author, you're falling in love with detective, kind of like a Sherlock Holmes type of vibe, and at the end, he's revealing, like, secrets that he picked up along the way that you could have missed as the reader. Let me tell you, it's so good. Like, think of a cunning person like Aelin from Throne of Glass, the way she, like, comes up with plans at the end, and you're like, oh my gosh, how did she do that? That's literally the detective. It's so good. The Heiress of Lynn Hugh, Murder in Park Lane, The Sans Perel Mystery, The Scott Trope Murder, Plague Pits, and River Bones. This one, there's a certain scene that's still stuck in my head. And then a recent book I've read, truly devious. This series is Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I was pleasantly surprised by. Stalking Jack the Ripper, Hunting for Sharky Lorla, Escaping from Whodani, and Capturing the Devil. Chef Kiss. Again, I believe these are all in alphabetical order, actually. Oh my gosh, look at that. I did do that. Okay, so like literally everything is in alphabetic order except for my romance books. And then I have Where the Crawdads Sing, The 7.5 Deaths of Living Hugo. I was obsessed with James Patterson, so I have all of his detective series. And then on the very bottom is my TBR. This won't stay here for long because I'm about to go to college. I'm going to bring it with me. I have 5 Broken the Blades, another James Patterson book that my boyfriend bought for me. Confessing of the Dead. The last one, The Inheritance Games. I've actually already read this, but I'm going to reread it because I just bought the second book. A Sherlock Holmes classic story collection. Those We Drown, You've Reached Sam, Red Rising, The Cradle of the Eyes, Obsidio. And then over here are mostly books that just wouldn't fit on the normal size shelf. So this is, I've read these already. We have Home is Where the Bodies Are, Deep Water, Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow, I'm Glad My Mom Died, and then these are actually 2 books based off of movies. After and The 100. So that's the tour of my bookshelf. I did just buy some new books still. Just get back from Topgolf with all my friends, and we decided to stop at Barnes today. My boyfriend bought me another book, which is the second book in the Truly Diva series. I didn't love the first book, but I did want to contain the series. I know people love this series, and I don't know. I'm gonna give the second book a try because I love the idea of the murder mystery. I just felt like the characters weren't very good in the first one. See, but there was a book wrapped in paper. I wanted to wait until I filmed this to open it. So, at my Barnes & Noble, there's a dice you can roll, and they remind me of Magic, which is a card game my boyfriend loves to play. And I was like, obviously I have to roll the die. So I did, and I got this number, and it's Paranormal Fantasy Mystery, which sounds something I absolutely love. So let's see what we get. I'm kind of scared. Cool. So far the cover is interesting. I don't know. This is the title, and it's reminding me of Greek mythology. That's what the cover is reminding me of. So it's called the Hesco. Actually, I cannot say that word. Oh, that's some very tiny text. Marvelous world building and an excellent plot. I love a good plot. An essential pair of characters who I quite simply love. A cocktail of a book made with the very best champagne. Okay. The hexologists, Isolode and Warren Wilby, are quite accustomed to helping desperate clients with the bugbears of city life, aided by hexies and a bag of charm relics. The Wilbys are well acquainted with the weird, and they never shy away from a challenging case. But when they're approached by the royal secretary and told the king believes to be baked into a cake, going so far as to wedge himself inside a lit oven, the Wilbys soon find themselves embroiled in a mystery that could very well see the nation turn on its head. Their effort to expose a royal secret buried under 40 years of lies brings them nose to nose with a violent anti-royalist gang. Adventurous goals, alchemists who draw their power from a hell-like dimension, and a bookish dragon. Okay, you got me a dragon. Who only occasionally eats people. Armed with love toughened by adversity and a stick of chalk that can conjure light from darkness, Iz and Warren will be arrayed for a case that will test every spell, skill, and odd magic artifact in their considerable bag of tricks. Okay. At first, when I was reading that description, I wasn't too keen on it. I was like, this is not a book I would have picked up on my own. The mentioned dragon does intrigue me. I will give it a shot. The cover is very pretty. So I will add that to my TBR. But it's not going to be an immediate read for me. I hope you guys really enjoy this video. I love watching organizing bookshelf videos. I just hit my legs so hard. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!